Hello everyone, greetings of the day. So now we are looking at day before exam strategy for enterprise information systems. So this comes under paper 7. In paper 7 you have EIS and SM, strategic management and enterprise information systems, and I hope you have also gone through the strategic management day before exam strategy. Now let us move forward to know what is the day before exam strategy for enterprise information systems. And at the outset, I want to thank Mastermind's academic advisor, Sri MSS Prakashar, who is the man behind this task, who has formulated this idea and who has thoroughly checked all the scripts by spending a lot of time. And we are very much thankful for the inputs that has been provided by him. And without his idea and efforts, this project would not be possible. So once again, we thank MSS Prakashar for his valuable time and inputs. Now let us go into the strategy for this enterprise information systems. So you just spend some 15 minutes of time to watch this video and get some valuable inputs that will be very much helpful for you to prepare well for your EIS examination at the last moment. And it is a good idea you just note down the points what we have discussed in this video, so that it may be very much helpful to you to prepare well for your examination. And as once you have completed writing your auditing examination and preparing for EIS and SM examination, let us assume that we have 25 effective hours to prepare for the next exam. But all the 25 hours you cannot give it for EIS, because already you also have strategic management. So it is always a better idea to divide the time between EIS and SM. And I hope EIS requires a little bit of extra time to prepare. So it is a good idea if you can allocate 15 hours of time for enterprise information system and the remaining 10 hours for strategic management. And coming to the trends of the question paper, if you can observe the recent trends of the question paper of ICAI, most of the questions are given in the model of application oriented and scenario based questions. So it is always a good idea to refer to the old question papers, MTPs and RTPs once to understand the pattern and trend that the ICAI is going to follow. And once you get command over the pattern, then things become very easy and you will get an idea regarding how the questions will be asked in the examination and you can prepare accordingly. So it is always a better idea. And if the fast track material is with you, if you have the fast track material in your hand, then it is the best idea to prepare the fast track material in the first place. And also don't forget to refer RTP and MTP of the current attempt. At least allocate 1 hour of time to revise the RTP and MTP of the current attempt. That will definitely be helpful to you. And the most important thing is the guest questions released by Masterminds. So they are definitely magical, because if you can observe most of the questions in the final examination paper, they are coming from guest questions, because guest questions are prepared in a scientific manner after thorough analysis of the examination trends. So don't forget to refer to the guest questions, which are very, very important. And now let me show you the table regarding the order of preparation. So in this table, we will have 3 different priorities: first priority, second priority, and third priority. So the first, you have to prepare according to the priority, and also the chapter names, we have arranged them according to the weightage. So first things first. So the first chapter which you have to start revising is business process automation and its risk. And in that, the first priority should be given to the automated business process and enterprise risk management, which are very important. And second priority should be given to risks and IT management. Always remember, risks and controls have to be given priority before anything else. And also the diagrammatic representation like flow charts, data flow diagrams, the advantages and disadvantages of flow charts, DFDs, that you should read. And the last priority should be given to the enterprise business process. Now coming to the second high weightage chapter, that is core banking system. In this, the first priority should be given to the core banking system and its characteristics, architecture of CBS, deployment and implementation of CBS, and the most important is ISO 27001, 2013 guidelines for internal controls by banks, and risks and controls in banks, mortgage loans, key functions of RBI. The first priority should be given for all these things. And coming to the second priority, the key modules of CBS, servers used in core banking systems, risks associated with core banking, and money laundering, the types of money laundering, and the guidelines for money laundering. These all things you have to follow. And coming to the third category, the products and services offered by commercial banks, core features of CBS, key technology components, internet banking, current accounts and savings account procedure, impact of technology in banking, cybercrime, sensitive and personal data and information, that should be given highest priority. And the next one in the order is financial and accounting systems, and in that the first priority should be given to master data and non-master data, components of accounting software, installed applications, web applications and cloud applications, risks and control in ERP, and data analytics. And coming to the second one, integrated and non-integrated system differences, and ERP, don't forget, don't go to the examination without preparing ERP, its advantages, and ERP related questions. And the third priority should be given to the business process modules and their integration, like CRM, supply chain, human resources. That all you have to prepare, and you have to prepare what is a report and MIS in the third category. And XBRL, just look at the questions, applicable regulatory and compliance requirements, you just have a glance over it. And in the order next comes e-commerce and m-commerce. In that, as I have already told you, risks and controls always play a very important role. So go through e-commerce risks and controls, and also study about the digital payments. And the next one is 2-tier architecture, 3-tier architecture. So that comes under second category. You please prepare that. And the third category comes under introduction to e-commerce, components of e-commerce, guidelines of laws relating to e-commerce. That should be given the third priority. And the most important thing is emerging technologies. In that, cloud computing service models like software as a service, data as a service, infrastructure as a service, that you prepare as a first priority basis. And green IT, BYOD, IoT, these are really emerging technologies. Please give importance to these things. And as a second priority, you please prepare what is virtualization, types of virtualization like hardware, network, and other types of virtualization you prepare. And also you prepare about grid computing and types of clouds like private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud you prepare. And the last priority should be given to mobile computing and artificial intelligence. And in artificial intelligence, again, machine learning, Web 3.0, you just have a glance before the examination. And the next order of priority comes data and DBMS. So related concepts of data like big data, data warehouse, data mining, you just read them. They are very, very important. And after that, as a second priority, pay attention to advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. And the third priority should be given to data definitions, database models, etc. And the next one is information systems and auditing. And in this, prepare about the auditing objectives, what are audit trials, and what is meant by segregation of duties. So anything can be asked, you prepare them. And audit tools should be prepared as second category, like snapshots, CIS, etc. should be given as second priority. And third one is, what is the need for audit of information systems and organization structure related questions? Many of them are there. You prepare for third category. And next lesson is information system risks and controls. So in this, you prepare as logical access controls and managerial controls and application controls as first category. Don't neglect this. These are very important. And later, as second category, prepare classification of IS controls like collective control, corrective controls, preventive controls, and detective controls. That is second category. And third category is environmental controls, introduction to controls, physical access controls should be prepared as third category. And the next one is components of information system. So prepare software related questions like functions of operating system, etc. should be prepared. And hardware and network should be given the second category importance. And third importance should be given to concepts and components of information systems. And the last lesson is BPA controls in BPA IT Act 2000, that should be given highest priority. Regulatory and compliance requirements should be given second priority, and risks and controls specific for business processes should be given for third priority. So definitely if you follow this, you will definitely have a very good strategy for you to prepare, and your preparation strategy always gives you confidence, and confidence is the mantra to crack the examination. All the best. Thank you.